Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to Hawke's Bay by Cast 64. We're in our parking lot, and yes, that is a big bud. I have spent a little bit more money in between episodes. First off, farm work. Picked up the straw in that barley field that we harvested, and that's about it. I did spend money, as you can see. I got the big bud, an auger wagon. That's pretty much the auger wagon. What we're going to use it for is basically to bring lime around. So yeah, when we're liming fields, we're going to go through lime quite a bit. So I said, well, we need an auger wagon. I'm getting equipment pretty much set up. I've also bought a lot of fields. Also put down some placeables here. Obviously, you know, you got your seed, your lime, herbicide, artificial and liquid fertilizer. If we go to our map, it'd be easy for us to go to lands. I bought the big lands over here. Some other land as well. We bought land. But money-wise, from our 20 million, we're down. Well, I should say 20 million and 220,000-ish dollars. Yeah, we're down to 5.4 right there. So what we're starting the day with is we're getting this guy. He is going to harvest some corn for us, so we can get some corn. Get that all set for the pigs. We should be buying some pigs today. So while this guy's working, it shouldn't take him too long, obviously, to harvest this. But yeah, got to get him up and going, right? We'll be over there with the big X, and the Massey Ferguson is going to do some hauling around with the chaff. You know what? You can just go, sir. So not much here for him to do. I probably should move. The truck is my track IR, just goes a little haywire. I gotta be really careful now because I really have no idea what fields I own, which ones I do not. This guy's just gonna park right over here, I guess, because I think he's gonna have. I'm hoping he can fit the entire field in the comp. Well, actually, I don't hope he can do that because that just means less for us. Anyways, we are over here now. Alright. Pipe out. Switch to that. And to this. But this corn, I just realized this corn's not ready. This corn's not ready. Alright, so we'll have to wait there. Yeah, this is not ready. I thought it was. Yeah, too much going on at once. Still, for me. Alright, so what I need to look at then is the growth stage. Yeah, so it's in the third of the 4 growing stages. Alright, we can deal with that. So I think what we'll do is, I think I'll hop into this harvester. I'll take over harvesting for him. I don't believe I got any of the fields. I bought field 44. What is field 44? That is wheat. So nothing I need right now. Actually, at all, right? No. Yeah, so we got a lot of fields that are growing. So I need to wait for this in the next growth stage. So I think what we'll do is we'll start getting ready for some pigs. I do believe I will buy field 28, which is sunflowers. Actually, I got a big field up here, so yeah, we'll wait. I was thinking the food for the pigs, but let's just go over here, hop into my combine. Hopefully I can do that. We'll wait for him to get done with this row before I hop in. It won't take us too long. So I'm also thinking we're going to buy another harvester as well. The amount of fields we got, 2 harvesters is not going to be a bad thing. I don't know if I want to buy the implements for it, but I think that's going to be the best thing to do. I don't want to be saying, well, where's that one implement? It's always over by the other harvester. I have to go back and forth and get it. But anyways, while I'm harvesting this field, if the recording does sound different, this is the first video I am doing with the new PC build that I have. So obviously installing all the software, trying to get all the settings right, so I'm hoping everything sounds right, everything looks right. We'll see how it goes. I will also say, I'm pretty sure you watched the first episode of Hawke's Bay. I probably mentioned once that I was getting a little herky-jerky around the main farm. That was probably my other PC, the one I was recording with. So far, riding around with this one, it doesn't seem to stutter around there. I'm sure it's my older PC. Especially with the cooling fan not running, that graphics card was getting hot. Probably not performing as well as it normally did. But with this graphics card here, I should have no problems running anything. Yeah, this is not going to be enough corn for what we need, but at least we can get some pigs, and it should be good for at least until we get more cornfields going. Do I own that field there? This might be a field I need to merge. I am looking around, I'm getting used to, that's the BGA right there actually. Alright. So not a great deal off this field. But hopefully it's enough to do what we need to do. Go ahead and fold up that header. Do I own that field? I do not own that field, and it's got oats in it. It does have oats in it. There, we now own that field. So I can now harvest that field, get some oats right away for the horses so we know they're fine. So we'll probably end up doing that, getting some oats for the horses. We'll get some pigs up and going as well. And we do have some hay over there to pick up to give to our horses, and also put in storage for the cows. So eventually when we do make some total mix rations, we'll be ready to go. So let me get a couple more things set up here, and I'll bring you right back, and we got to get right back to work. Now we have the animal trailer, so we can head to the dealership, and we're going to get our pigs. We're going to get however many this holds, which I think is 82 pigs, something like that. Just one color of pigs, because I might be stupid enough to try to put 4 pens up and have one for each color. Right behind us we have our combine harvester chonking away at the oats. So I kind of want the trailer to unload into there, but the trailer that we have right now has, obviously it has our corn in it. So we need to get the pigs so I can feed them corn, and we get our trailer back so then we can feed our horses with oats. And then we're going to head across the way and pick up the hay, and that rhymed, a happy ending there. So happy accident. So I'm just clicking away here on the pink pigs. We're just getting the pink ones for now. I don't know where we are. Trailer is full. Okay, so confirmed. So we just spent $126,000 on some pigs. But as we saw on the Ravenport series, when the pigs are taken care of and they really get going, the pigs make you cash. It does take a lot to feed the pigs and have all the equipment to do so. But once you do it, you're fine. Too bad it's not like a select all button or something that we can do this here. Click them all over. And like I said, we're going to buy another CR 1090 harvester. I thought about getting the ideal harvester and having the New Holland one, but I'm not sure you can mix and match the header. The corn header, I believe you can. But I'm not sure about the header itself. I mean, probably we can. For right now, park the trailer here. You can see our combine over there. He's just about done. Which is going to be perfect timing because we're about to feed some pigs and get them up and going. But they need some water as well. Don't want to be cruel to the animals. How many do we end up buying here anyways? 84 pigs. And I do believe it holds 300? I may have to look here in a second. While it's doing that, we can. Because I forgot animal pens, pig, large pigs. Yes, 300. Holds 300. And they just took that. That's not actually bad though. That should suffice them for a while. And I mean a while, I mean not long. So as for corn, field 41 is corn? It is. That looks like it's in the same growth stage. So all the cornfields, I have nothing right now for chaff, so we're just going to have to wait on that, which is, it's okay. It's not like we don't have other things to do. So while we wait for our harvester to make a pass, I need to come over here. We are going to grab our T9. One thing I wish that the guidance steering system / GPS had was a hot button to get rid of the line. But we're on our way over to the parking garage. We're going to pick up our seed roll. And that field that we planted barley in, we're going to plant something in it. I have no idea what yet. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to think of things that maybe our animals need for food. We got plenty of cereal crop right now. And really with all the fields we have, we're going to have plenty of other crop as well. So yeah, I can't remember if I did in the episode or between episodes. I'll look that up here, we'll get it out of the vehicle. So I did put down, as I get stuck there, this is our fuel station right here. I did put down a pressure washer. And like I said, I already showed you the placeables down for that, which we are getting ready to use right now. So like I said, I think this is the first time I've used this seed drill at all. I'm hoping it refills from these. Alright, does it just refill? This one just refills. Alright, that's good. So if we go in here, I do believe there is there's no millet. Sorghum? That's what I'm going to pronounce it, sorghum. Rye, no hops as well either. I've never done sorghum before. And I don't know if that is a cereal crop. I have no idea what kind of crop it is. That does remind me, sorghum. What header? Do I need a special header for that? Let me pull up and start filling up with some seed here while I'm jabbering. Alright, so I gotta open up those to fill up the seed. Alright. Let's go in here, go into headers. Our header is right here. Oh, so I can do it with this header right here. So this is what I'm saying about the Ideal and the New Holland. I think it's actually the same header. It's just the title on the header. So I might get the Ideal harvester and get by the New Holland header here. May sound weird, but, you know, I think it'll mix and match. Just took down my first stop sign of the day. This seed road is long. Sound like the horse. So as for our fields, as for getting them always double fertilized and all that stuff, I probably should check, but I think, yeah, this field is fine. No weeds, no plowing, blah, 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 all that fun stuff. Am I going to be able to keep up with all the fields being double fertilized and whatnot? No, I'm not going to be able to do that. Alright, this guy is going to be a hired helper. Look at that, seeding at 16 miles an hour. T9's pulling it beautifully, which it should. It's got 1,000 horsepower. I think it's 1,100 horsepower engine, actually. So turning our fields over already. And it should be... How did it get back on wheat? Man. Okay, well, we're playing wheat now. I thought I had that switched over. I guess I did not. Yeah, I don't remember switching it now. I did not. Yeah, that's totally me. You're probably already, you know, screaming at the screen saying, Peanut, you didn't change. Yeah, okay, so we got wheat. That's fine. Anywho. I'm not being a good farm owner on this one, am I? Is all of our equipment up here? No, that's the wrong field. Yep, we're over here. There we are. Okay. And I think we got just enough oats to take care of our horses. So what I can also do now, the Massey Ferguson does have the loading wagon on it. We'll bring the loading wagon over here. We'll pick up this straw. That will help out with the pigs. So right now, sir, you can go right here. Let's go over and give our horses some oats so they can start getting healthy and get fed, and maybe in another 12 hours or so they'll level. I don't know, how do you want to call it? Level up? Be more experienced, better riders? I don't know. Alright, ponies, here goes your oats. Actually, I think they need 64,000 liters of oats, but that field right in front of us at some point should turn. If not today, it'll be ready in the morning. So what I need to do now is, since we're at the farm, I think I'll just park the trailer here, as good a place as any. Let's go over and grab our water tanker. Hopefully that's got water in it. I think it does. Head over to the pigs, give them some water, and then we'll start looking at picking up the straw, and then we'll get to the hay so we can feed our sheep and the horses, and I'm sure we won't have none left to put in storage to make total mixed rations, but man, I'd really like to have some left over. Alright, we'll leave the tanker here to give the pigs their water. We will, like I said, jump in our Massey Ferguson. And since this straw is already strung up in nice little rows for us, we're going to head it over, pick up the straw, give the pigs the straw that they need, put the rest of the storage, and then, yes, the hay is right there. I do have the windrower. I think it's still at the shop. We'll find out soon enough. But first things first, let's pick up some straw. There, just like that. Full trailer of straw. So let's head on in here. Hopefully they take a good amount of it. That way I can pick up the rest of the field over there. Actually, they took 25,000 liters, which is more than I thought they would have taken. So let's go pick up the rest of the straw. And then, like I said, I do believe the windrower is at the store, but you know, when you buy that much equipment in one day, and it's been a couple days since I made that video now because I was building this PC, but I've kind of forgotten where everything might be. I have a good idea where things are, but yeah, I don't know where it is. I got a funny feeling I'm going to fill up before I get to the other end. But if we do, no problem. Definitely going to have plenty of straw all around, so I could just go ahead and seed it right back in. But I'm thinking here we may make these fields like one big field or something like that. Let's go put this in storage. I'll have a peek and see what the T9 is up to. Looks like I can see the field from here. It looks like he's about a third of the way through already. He's moving right along. There, now that my game isn't having a spaz every time I get near the farm, it's easier to kind of pull in and out of here. So, good thing it's a big capacity silo, because I think we got quite a bit amount of straw. We may have to start selling some at some point. So if we go in here, yeah, we're getting pretty close to 1 million liters of straw in storage. But like I said, I don't want to sell nothing until we either A, buy everything we need, or B, run out of cash and we can say, okay, now it's time to start paying off this $20 million loan. Which, as you can see, we only got, we got $5 million left, but I'm going to breeze through that pretty quickly. I'm going to buy the forestry equipment. Actually, I'm going to leave that straw there. We'll get started on the hay as I'm talking here. So I want to buy the forestry equipment. So buy the tree harvester, stump grinder, the things that we need to take care of the forest and then replant the forest. We're going to do all that. Whether I actually use it, I think we will. But I think the first few episodes I've said before, pretty much just getting the animals and the farm situated. So this windrower here is the one that you can find on the Mod Hub, and this is the Crone. I was looking for a sprayer, and really the Hardy I think is the best one to go for right now for us. I was going to actually mod it so I could, do different colors, but I just haven't had the time to do so. And I don't think I probably actually know how to do it anyway, so what's the point? So this one here, I'll show you in the store. That's Tedder's windrowers. Right here, so it's 62,000, working width of 18. It says it goes at 22 miles an hour, which is fantastic. I love that right away. So this is the one I believe I was talking about. I don't know if it was on Mercury Farms I was talking about it, or maybe it was on here or not. This was in FS15, I want to say. And I loved it. And actually, I did see, if you've been also watching along, I always talked about when I really got into Farm Sims in 15, my map was Bjornholm, and I didn't really look at it too hard, but someone came up with the Bjornholm map for 19. That one does have some hills in it though, so if you happen to look for it, it can be rather hilly in some areas. It's not too bad. So I hope I would love to get a full trailer of hay out of here. The problem is I need hay for the horses, I need hay for the sheep, And of course we need hay to make total mix rations, and I do have more grass here I can cut. But this should be able to get our horses and our sheep up and going. Obviously hay for the cows can wait because we don't have no silage anyways. I could buy some silage at the store, but the cows are just going to have to wait. They got water, they got straw. They're fine. They're fine. Yeah, this windrower is working out beautifully. Of course, I was looking for one that I could color, but since most of our implements are a green color, it's not the exact same color, but it's close enough. And just like that, we are taken care of. Yeah, so is he missing spots? Interesting. Are you missing spots, dude? Not really sure what that's all about, but that's fine. Not going to worry too much about the small stuff. Alright, so right now I'm creating another parking area. I'm like, that should stop unless that was the thing in Farm Sim 19 when they first got it. If you dropped an implement, and if you were going at all any kind of speed, whatever you dropped off would continue to do that speed for quite a long time. I think in the early parts of Ravenport, what did I lose? I want to say it was my baler, the Kuhn baler, and it was a long ways away from where I dropped it off. I realized I was doing like maybe 1-2 miles an hour when I dropped it off. I think it ended up down in the ravine in the river somewhere. I was like, what the heck's it doing down there? So far today we got some corn, we got some oats. We fed our horses the oats. We bought pigs, gave the pigs some corn, some straw, some water, and now we're really trying to go over and give our sheep some hay so they can start producing some wool, and give the horses some hay as well. Like I said, there's probably enough grass around the fields that we bought where I can grab some enough for now. But really, I think I need to find a nice field and put some grass into it. Preferably one next to the farm. Actually, I was just thinking that cornfield right there may be a good, this one right next to us, this cornfield could be a really good one. So I'm hoping in the near future, maybe when the weekend comes and if I get a free moment, what I'd like to do to this section is kind of flatten this out here. Not the field, but there'll be like a cliff here. We'll flatten out the area where that pig farm is, kind of level off from that all around this area here a little bit. And yeah, I'm hoping to be able to put 3 more pig farms in here. Is there only... Yeah, I think there's only 4 different kinds of pigs, colors of pigs. I'm not sure. I think so. But that's the plan anyways. Actually, I can turn this off. So let's go give our sheep some hay first of all, because they'll produce wool. That's kind of important for sure. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do is first of all get over to the feed trough, which should be the side one over here for the sheep. I'm going to try to go half and half. So we'll see, like right about there is good. That should be good enough for the sheep for a while. So now they'll start producing some wool and start reproducing, well, themselves. And now the horses. So our animals, except for the cows really don't have any food as of yet. They are going to have to wait. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to head on down to the store. They are loving us here quite a bit. There's our plow, cultivator. Yeah, so I bought the same cultivator I just rented on Mercury Farms. Same cultivator. We got a belt that we can use at the BGA, and of course we all know this lovely spreader for some lime when a field requires it. But we are here to go in here and buy another harvester, because really with all the fields we're going to have, we're going to need more harvesters. Before I do so, because I need to look at the old harvester. Alright, so I think that's a Challenger that we're doing, right? Alright, you're probably saying, what's he talking about? Talking about the color. I'm rambling on about the color. Stevie, I thought your ideal was paintable. I thought we could change the color on the ideal. Alright, I really want to have the color schemes, so yeah, the ideal is not going to happen. So main color, the Stara, the design color is the Challenger, yes, and the rim color is the Challenger. GPS, not really. Capacity, we want it so it holds 60,000. Yeah, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. And we're going with the big engine, obviously. Yeah, so 60,000. I was like, where's the... I was actually mumbling because I couldn't figure out where it shows the capacity. It's right there, right in front of you. So, harvester number 2. And did I just paint the headers the same as that? Looks like I did. So we come in here. Headers. So right now what I'm not trying to spend the rest of my money, but I'm trying to. 45 footer. Main color, that. Rim color is that. We go ahead and buy that. Because, like I said, we have too many fields. We're going to be... Harvesters are going to be, I don't want to say going non-stop, but they pretty much will be. And the main color is that, so we go ahead and buy that. And while we're here, forestry machinery. We're using this on Mercury Farms, so we're going to head and use the Ponzi here. Why not go with the Magnums? Sounds good, right? And of course, if we have that, forestry equipment is right in front of me. So yeah, if I'm definitely going auto loader. Wide tires, yes please. And while we're here, stump grinder. Because stumps just drive me out of the wall. And we'll get the planter while we're here as well. Actually, I'm going to hold off on that because I may get the mod that allows you to hook up. You can actually hook up 3 of them. I'm not sure, but planting a forest, I'm not sure if I want to do it. It's only 26,000, so it's not going to keep us up too much. Now we're down to $4 million. This field that we're in needs plowing. It needs lime, huh? It does. Yeah, because that was corn. Alright, so like I said, I think I want to merge these fields all together. Right here. What is in those fields? That is ready for harvest. It is barley, but like I said, I'm going to buy that. No, I said buy that. I may just buy all the fields at this point. There we go. So like I said, I think we'll merge this into all one field here. which would be really nice. And of course, need to buy the forest if we're going to harvest it, right? I should need a chainsaw. Is that... This might be old grass. So yeah, so we just bought it. So deal with it. This could be old grass as well. It might be hilly, but you know what? Like I said, we got the money. Yeah, just shy of $3 million now. So I do need to keep some because, like I said, I want a landscape. And I also want to put down more pig pens in here, like 3 more. So I'll have to see how that goes. But right now, take a quick look. Our pigs are 59% productivity with just the corn. That's not bad. I can give them wheat or barley. That'll boost it up. We're waiting to for some of our fields here. And, of course, potatoes and sugar beet. Not a problem. So I think we can go get some wheat and barley. We have an empty trailer now, so we can do that. So let's top them off. Our chickens are just doing the chicken thing. Our cows, nothing here because, well, they have to wait until we get some silage. Our sheep, there they go. Actually, we almost topped them off pretty well there, so let's have to wait and see how they do. And, of course, the horses, yeah, they were losing a little bit of health because, well, we didn't have oats or hay for them, but now they're good to go. They should be good for at least a day. So let me find my truck, which has the water tanker on it. Did they take all the water? No, they didn't take that much water at all. So I'm going to go back to the main farm, back this up, fill up the tanker once more, because that's just a water tanker. We'll get our trailer, load up some barley, and come over here and give the pigs some more food that can be more productive. Pigs are making a mess already. We had some wheat, so I figured I'd bring it on over. Get rid of all the wheat that we have. Didn't make much of a dent now, did it? Maybe I need to go back and get some barley and top them off because that's just going to look terrible. But that should bring them up just a little bit because it does count as 25%. So I've never quite figured this out a little bit. It says corn 50%, but they're at 59%. Is because I gave them straw and water. But that doesn't show in the percentage, so I have no idea. Let me go back and get some barley and we'll top them off the right way, I think. Well, I just was checking our silo, and it's been so long since I started on, well, in 17 and 15 and 13, it would have been like easy mode. And since we're on Fresh Farmer, I forgot that they give you crop when you start on that mode. So that's why I was like, where did I get the wheat from? I don't remember having no wheat. So, after topping these pigs off with barley, I want to go back and get some sunflower, because we got sunflower seeds. Come back with the pigs and give them what we do have, and that should settle them for a day or whatever. I turned the speed up to 5 times just a little bit because we're waiting for that corn over there to get to a good, reasonable height so we can make some chaff and bring that to the BGA and we can compact it, and maybe at the beginning of next episode we can start making some total mixed rations for the cows, and they could actually start being productive as well. I think we're going to buy one more thing here in a while, which is another Hardy sprayer. So that'll be 400 grand. Like I said, we're going to have one for herbicide and one for spraying fertilizer down. Oh, I did not hit the fence. And I was just thinking on the way in here, I said, yeah, now that I'm not having the glitchiness problem with what I do with my old PC, I haven't hit the fence going in there, and now I just clipped it. Oh well. Yeah, so we go in here and there's our barley. We got, oh, I didn't realize we had oats, canola, and sunflower. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just take the canola, I guess. So I mean, I can give the pigs all canola, all the sunflower, and the soybeans if I wanted to. But we got enough fields with that stuff in it, so I think we'll wait until harvest it. This will make them happy for a little while. And I wouldn't mind having the traffic turned on, but just with our big equipment, we're just hogging up too much of the street. And going by the farm is the traffic, so yeah, we just running into them all the time, or them running into us. And we lose the battle. Alright, piggies, here you go. So what I'm going to do up now is actually speed up some time. We'll wait for the corn to grow, and once it hits the next growth stage, yeah, we'll make some chaff out of it and bring it to the BGA. And I think our T9 is done. But actually, I wonder if the Big Bud would be a good compactor with the dualies on it. But I'll see in a bit when this corn's ready, which hopefully isn't too far off. Well, we are just about approaching the darkness hour, 7:30 at night or 19:30, depending on how you want to look at the time. The corn has not grown yet, so that's going to have to wait until the next day, which kind of sucks. You know, I really want to get the corn done. I don't know. Let me think about if I want to do this at night or now, because yeah, I really wanted to get them up and going. So down at the shop, I have bought another Hardy sprayer slash, well, they're both sprayers. It doesn't matter. So yeah. So now we can do, one would be full of fertilizer. The other one would be for herbicide. And I was really kind of hoping I could color code them, coordinate them, so I can just hop in and say, you know, I wanted to paint one like blue and the other one red, so I know which one's herbicide, which one's fertilizer. But it's all good. It'll be fine. I mean, how hard is it to jump into one or another, or just try to keep track of it yourself? But it is me we're talking about here. So we have skipped ahead like about 7 hours. So the animals have, you know, we've gotten a little bit more chickens. The sheep should have produced some wool. The chickens should have produced some eggs. And the horses should be nice and healthy. So we're going to pull this guy right up to the bat. And the reason why I'm hesitating to go through the night, because I want to spend all the $20 million by midnight. So we're maxed out on the loan. So that's why I'm kind of topping off everything, trying to, I don't want to say try to spend the money, but spend it wisely. I do need a little bit of cash so I can do the pig farm around here. Because each pig farm is, what, $250,000-ish, somewhere around there. So I think what I'm going to do to finish up the episode instead of doing the corn is, I think I'm just going to take the time right now. I think it's time to do some landscaping. And I'll try to put it down in the pig pen, make sure I turn autosave off, so that way if I screw up royally, it's not a big hassle to come back from it. So you, sir, ma'am, whatever, you can fill up with herbicide. I'm going to go in here, auto save off, but save the game at its current location, and not look up. So I'm going to go over to the pig farm. Let me get to work. It kind of sucks because it's getting kind of dark, but hopefully I can manage to figure it out pretty soon. So I can't jump over that fence, but I can jump over that. I'll bring you back in just a little while and see what we have. Well, about 15 minutes later, it's getting darker, but we have 4 pig pens down. And yes, I am delivering my last load of pigs to their pen. So yeah, 4 different colors of pigs, 1 pen for each. And these are the black ones. So as you can see, we're down to $1.2 million. Our pig pens are down. Our pigs are bought. All of our animals are bought, I do believe. Part of me would like to do more cows, but I think this is the most amount of cows I've had in 19, and we could buy some later on, maybe when the money starts coming in. I'm not done. As for landscaping up and down, we're done here, but as for painting, we're gonna have like a rock cliff there, maybe some dirt roads going around the pig pens, and then put the grass in later. But since it's getting dark, I don't want to be doing that kind of stuff. I did leave room here, not for another pig pen, but for, who knows, something nice. I don't know. Here's some money, honey. Go buy something nice. I don't know. We'll put something there. Obviously, we don't have enough food for all the pigs, but I just, like I said, by the end of the first farm day, which is what we're approaching, I want to have spent, let's just say, the majority of the money, which we have. Yeah, so this farm pretty much started out with 20 million, and I couldn't really drive in there. Really, I did fine until I bring the guys back, and then I go ahead and do that. How lovely. So yeah, the farm pretty much started at 20 million and $250,000. That's roughly where we started at cash wise, and we're down to the $1.2 million, which is where we're at. So yeah, unfortunately for me and us, the corn did not turn to the next growth stage, but kind of sucked because I wanted to get some chaff going and do it overnight. Maybe I will do it at night at the beginning of next episode, just to get it going, because it's not just cutting up. You got to compact it and then wait 12 hours for it to turn into silage. Let's back on into here. I am kind of curious. I did look at the map. I don't think you guys seen this. So the only thing I'm seeing over here is I'm not quite sure why we're missing spots over here. It's going to be hard to see what it actually could be, being a big seedrill. Is maybe the hills are bedding the seedrill so it's not actually into the ground? Well, we can see where it missed because we got some stubble up. So let's go ahead and turn on some lights here. So we will lower it and turn it on. Alright, we covered that. Not really sure. The parts that it quote-unquote missed, I seem to be getting just fine. I thought maybe it was too hilly. Right here you can see is an issue. So how about... I'm not sure what to say about that, because we are having no problem whatsoever covering the area here. I will say though that well, this is a big field, so I was going to say we went through quite a bit of seed and fertilizer, didn't we? But then again, I don't think this is going to be the biggest map that I've played on since 19 came out, obviously, because we're on Mercury Farms, and then of course before that was Ravenport, and we didn't really have that big of a field anywhere. So I think we'll bring this guy back to the farm. We'll top him off. Yeah, this is a pretty big field. Almost tipped over there because I was looking like, what's this spot right here? I think this is a spot when we harvested and the harvester went through a section, the course play player, I started him up. Just a different color texture because there's already fertilizer there, so it's not going to change. So I think we're going to call it good money-wise. I mean, could I spend another $1 million? Yeah, I can definitely. You know what? Let's see. There's got to be another piece of land around here that's going to cost us a good amount of money. So we'll go back to the farm, fill this guy up, and see how much money I can waste. I got to be somewhat careful. We got to leave ourselves some money in order us to be able to buy seed, fertilizer, small stuff. So, you know, I don't want to spend exactly all of our money. We need like probably a good $250,000 to $500,000, because it's going to be a while before we start getting some money. And actually, I think this guy's got the park right here, because I got a train of cars, yeah, train here just waiting to move and refill. So if we go into the map here, go into this one right here because it makes it easier. I think we'll buy that one. I have no idea what's in these fields, so our balance is there. And no, because that'll just be too low. So there we go. I mean, we got tons of land, nothing ready to harvest yet over here. We got tons of land. We're going to have tons of work. The big bud is mostly going to be for the plow. He's going to be busy with the plow because he doesn't have a 3-point linkage. The plow does not require one. This is the first time I kind of doubt had modded buds before. I just tested them out. But I've never really I've never used them basic. I'll just say I just never used them basic, period. Drove around with it. But this is one of the reasons why traffic is turned off. You're going down the street with this. Yeah, you're not really getting out of the way of anyone, are you? No, you're not. The one thing I don't know, can you drive over someone? That's a good question. I have no idea. But this is also the 1100 horsepower engine. I believe the modded T9 that we have has this engine in it. So we got more pigs to take care of, but we do have one pig pen up and going. The other 3 don't have anything in them, but being dark, I think we're fine. So the only thing we're going to do is I'm just going to make sure we're coming down here with the big bud. Our plow is down here. I want to make sure we hook up to our modded plow that yes, it's the modded plow we've been using on Mercury Farms and Ravenport. But we should be able to just hook right up to it. The big bud takes down that stop sign that's floating up in the air. So we should be able to back right up to this right now. Not that far. There you go, Peanut. You're learning. Let's get the plow out of here, actually. So yes, this is going to work out just fine. And the first place we're probably going to use it is where we got the corn and oats from today. Because we do know that needs to be plowed. And like I said, we do want to merge all these fields into one. So it's just going to have to wait. So I think right now is, let's just park this here for now. We'll turn off the lights. Let's go back up to the farm. Before we go to bed, let's see how the chickens have done. Way to go, gals. Way to go. Yeah, 1 box. But that's the chicken thing. You give them like a day or so, and then they will start going. On Mercury Farms, I call it the stress level. They're stressed. We should have, yes we do. We do have some wool started as well. And of course, our horses are pretty much, I don't want to say taking care of. Our cows. They're producing manure. Usually that starts in the center, so I hope that's not going to be mislined and it starts filling out over here. But if it does, it's not that big of a deal. If it does, I'll just maybe send Kaz64 a little message saying the manure is off a little bit. So we're going to go in here. Yeah, no surfboards in this house. But really? Really? Is there like a frat? Is this a frat house? I don't know. I'll see you in the morning. Alright, morning's here, and to be honest with you, loan interest of $56,000, not as bad as I thought. Not as bad as I thought. But that just means we kind of have to make at least $60,000 a day now, just in order to keep up the loan payments. So let's go over here to the chickens. How did they do overnight? Still 1 box. Thank you, ladies. You're doing fantastic. I appreciate all your work. And the sheep, kind of the same thing. But they'll get going. Let's just make sure. Yeah, those pigs are going to be terrible. So these pigs, you know, they did fine. So you can see we actually got 10 pigs overnight. So our trailer holds 84, and this depends. We had 84. We got 10 pigs. Not bad at all. That's pretty good. We are gaining chickens. Yeah, 434 liters of eggs is what we got. Cows not doing nothing. Sheep, apparently we got 2,000 liters of wool. And the horses, yes, the horses did increase. I just want to make sure Horse Helper was still functioning because I haven't used it in a while. But what we will start with, and you can kind of see, looks like our corn finally did. Yes, our corn is ready to be turned into chaff. Thank you very much. So, yeah, beginning of next episode, we'll be definitely starting with this, making some chaff. We'll get one of our sprayers over to this field here because it looks like it's kind of growing. Is it because I seeded it at different times? Yeah, okay, that's fine. It is what it is. Our oat field here is ready, so... Well, let's put it this way. With the amount of fields that we have, something's always ready. Something is always ready. Sugar beets. I think our sugar beets, wow, they're not... They're going to be a ways off. Not that we really need it for the pigs. The pigs, if you just saw... So right here, they're 92% productive. Only because we don't have sugar beets, but we will. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this messed up episode. Yes, it's a lot of running around trying to get the animals going. Actually, what I wanted to do, now it's kind of like daylight out. Can we come over here? And I'll tell you what, let's do this so we can get a better view of what's going on. And what I'm doing is, once again, hopefully the sound and video quality is good. This is my first recording on the new PC. Hopefully all the settings are where they need to be. I'll find out pretty soon myself. So there is our pig farm. Like I said, though, we need to do some texturing. Put like rocks on the cliff faces, whatnot. Make some dirt roads around here. The only problem with doing this now is we really don't have a grass field. We sort of do somewhere. I think it's right there ahead of us on that little knoll there. Yeah, I got to make a big grass field somewhere, and I said this cornfield might be a good place to do it. But yeah, there is our we got a really a good pig farm going now. It'll take a while to get going, but once we get going, we'll make quite a bit of money from it. But, like I said, it's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you next time in Hawke's Bay. But until then, have a good one.